guys, it's Kate, and today I'm going to make a video on my favorite books because people on my Goodreads and my blog have been exploding my ask and messages with what is my favorite book, and I have to be honest, I can't pick one. Maybe I could, no, I seriously couldn't. It's much too hard. So, I narrowed it down to 6 books because, yeah. Actually, you know what? Yeah, 6. I can't eliminate that one. So, let's get started, shall we? I forgot to mention, too, that these are in no order at all. So, yes. First one is Between by Jessica Warman. And this is the first YA book I've ever purchased ever. And this is what got me into my reading, because last summer is when I started reading. I actually didn't read as a child. I tried to read, and I just didn't, because I thought I'd look like a nerd, and I just couldn't get into stuff. But when I went to the bookstore at Chapters, I think with my mom, she got a couple of books. It's actually kind of a funny story, because one of them is my favorite. No shocker there, though. She got 2, I think. She got one of the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo one, not that one, but I think The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest, and she didn't know it was the third one, so yeah. And then I picked up this, not knowing what it's really about. I read there were 6 people on the boat that night, and when they woke up, there were 5. That's the only thing I read, and I got it, and I finished this in a week, which is kind of short for me, because I don't finish books in days, besides the 2 in this pile. But anyways, yeah, a week was short for me, and I was happy with myself because I finally finished it's a bigger one, so I was proud of myself. And this was last summer around this time, actually. So, yeah, Between by Jessica Warman. It's about a girl named Elizabeth, and she has a party on her boat, and there's 6 of them, including her friends and stuff, including her. And when they wake up, there's only 5. And she wakes up to a thudding noise against the boat, and she doesn't know what it is, so she goes out to find out what it is, and it's just, it elevates really quick. You can get into this so easy, so fast. First chapter, I was like hooked, completely hooked. So yes, please check this out. It's really cool. And yeah, my next 2 should be no shocker. It's actually kind of a funny story. I have Divergent and Insurgent by Veronica Roth, which are my all-time favorite books. Now, when I went to the bookstore for the first time, well, not for the first time, I've been to Chapters so many times, but the first time when I picked this up, the trip that I picked this up, my mom bought The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest, and she bought Insurgent. And I didn't know this was a teen book. She didn't know it was a teen book. She didn't know it was the second one, and neither did I. So, I kind of flipped my hair there, like a sassy person. Didn't mean to do that. Anyways, she bought this, and I didn't know what it was about. I thought it was an adult book, because looking from the cover, I don't think you can tell it's a teen book. Not like this. Like this, you can kind of tell. Yeah, the other one you can kind of tell too, but I'm not gonna show you that one yet. So she bought this, not knowing. Well, she knew what it was about. She kind of read the synopsis, which kind of ruins the first book for her. But she started reading this. She tried telling me about it, and she was like, she didn't want to read it anymore because she got too confused and stuff, which makes sense because it's the second book. So the next time we went, we got Divergent, or she did. Still not knowing this was a teen book. I didn't know. She started reading this. She didn't really like it. She thought the factions were too much. She had to learn too much. Really, it wasn't that hard for me because I got into it so much. But she thought it was too much. So then she put it down. She had it on her bookshelf because we have a big family one. So she put it there. And then I got a Goodreads account. Yay! And then I saw this as one of the top books of 2012. And I'm like, oh my god, because then I read the genre it was in. It was like young adult, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna read the synopsis. So I did, and that's what started this all. This is what started the love relationship for this book. Like, I'm not never lending this book to anyone. Like, my friends ask me, oh yeah, do you want to lend me Divergent and Insurgent? No. No, not really. And yes, I know, this is softcover and this is hardcover. And I was going to buy a hardcover of Divergent for $10. Oops, my laptop just kind of went in. Oh, that's another thing I have to tell you guys. That's pretty exciting. That just happened 5 minutes ago. But anyways, back to I was going to buy the hardcover of Divergent for $10 on chapters. But I didn't because I thought I want to keep this one because this is a book that I read. I read every single word in this book. This is the one. I've had so many emotions reading this and I just can't. I just can't. This one is the one. This is the start of, I just can't do it. I need to have this one, and yes, this is mine. No one's touching it, I'm not lending it to no one, neither with this one, no, and I'm not lending between either. You can come with me too. Haha. Okay, yes, okay, done. Anyways. The next one I have is one that I just recently read, and that is Anna and the French Kiss. I have a review of this book, so you can go check it out. But, oh my god. This is the cutest book I have ever read in my life. Ever. Ever. And a lot of people told me, like, this is the cutest thing that you will ever read. And I'm like, no, maybe not. Maybe just overhyped or something. So then I finally found this at a secondhand bookstore for like $7. So I'm like, just gonna pick it up and start reading. So I did. I read the first 3 chapters in one night because it was like 3 in the morning. I'm like, okay, you know what? I have to go to bed. I can't do it. I can't keep my eyes open anymore. So I read the first 3 chapters. Then I went to my aunt's cottage. And so yeah, my phone just stopped recording for some reason, but oh well. Anyways, I went to my aunt's cottage. And there's a whole bunch of adults there, and there's like all of their kids, but their kids happened to be boys. There was 2 boys, and then my little brother, and then there's me. So they played video games the whole time. They played Xbox and stuff, and I just sat in my aunt's room, which has perfect lighting. And it's like the perfect reading place because it's right near like a little creek, and you can hear everything, and you can hear the birds, and just it was great. I got to the last 2 chapters in one day. That I was just so focused on this. It took me. We weren't there for that long. We were there for like 3 hours, but I got to the last 2 chapters, and I was so proud of myself. I couldn't put it down. When my mom said we had to go, I'm like, no, we can stay for 1 more hour, please. And she's like, no. And then I realized it was 11 or 12 at night. I'm like, you know what? I should probably go. So then I got home, and I finished it right away, and I loved it. The ending was perfect. The whole thing was perfect, and everyone was perfect, and yes, loved it. Okay, and the last 2 books, I actually don't own a physical copy. I wish I did, and I plan to getting the physical copy soon, but hold on. These books are by Kristen Middleton, and they are Blur and Shiver, and I hope to have the covers up here somewhere, hopefully. Anyways, it was so weird because I was going through Amazon, and usually they have free Kindle books, so I'm like, okay, they're probably not the best, but I'll just try them out, and I saw Blur for free, so I'm like, you know what, it's about vampires, I'll take it, I'll click it, and I will read it, hopefully like it. And after the first 3 chapters, I was addicted. I would not let go of my phone. I would always have my phone on me. It would always be charged. I'd be in the car, at my trailer, camping. I'd be at home. I'd be in my bed late at night reading. And it was crazy how much I actually loved this book. It was just, I don't even know what to say because it was free, and I don't even understand why it was free. You guys can probably go get it for free still. It's Blur by Kristen Middleton. Yes. And after I read the first one, I contacted her on Goodreads and told her how much I loved it and that I was happy. It's for free, obviously, but I told her, I just raved to her about how much I love this book, and she's like, you know what, I will send you the second one free. I'm like, okay. So then I read Shiver, just as good as Blur. I loved it. Now, Shiver isn't free, but Blur is. I think Shiver's like $2.99 or something, which is still ridiculously cheap. And after I read that, I told her again how much I loved it, and she said the third book is currently being edited and stuff, and she just put it up because someone really wanted to read it, and you know, if that person didn't do that, I would probably be the one who was telling her to put the freaking book up so I can read it. So she told me that it's still going through editing and that she will send me the book now. I'm so happy that I got in contact with this author and I found and I discovered this book for free. Go check it out, guys. I'm not joking. You won't regret it. It's great. It's one of the best vampire books I have ever read. Yeah, so I will leave a link down below to my Goodreads and Kristen's Goodreads, so maybe you can talk to her. You can read the synopsis of the 2 or 3 books. I guess she has a third one up there. I'm not too sure though. She might have the third one up on Goodreads. She has it. I know she has it on Amazon. I don't know if she has it on Goodreads. Maybe she does. Anyways, go check them out. Go check out the books. You won't regret it. I promise you. It's great. And you can get the first book for free, so why not? So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys check out some of these books if you haven't read them. If you already have, leave comments below and we can discuss and talk, because I love talking to you guys. And yeah, so, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. And yeah, hopefully you have a good day or night, whatever time it is that you're watching this at. But have a good rest of the day or night. Bye, guys.